Hey y'all, it has been a minute since I've done a long form video, but I promised to do one for my newest bag, my last bag of 2024, the Strathberry Nano Mosaic, and here she is. I asked for this for Christmas. I went back and forth about whether or not I knew I wanted to try a new brand, and I knew I wanted to try a color that I don't have a lot of in my collection. So I was looking at Pollen, I was looking at Strathberry, I was going back and forth, trying to see what people were saying about both bags. I can't remember the name of the Pollen bag that I was looking at. I really thought it was a beautiful bag, but people were saying the opening, because of course I wanted a nano, people were saying that they had problems with the opening. So in the end, I went with this Nano Mosaic. I picked the vanilla color because looking at the vanilla and the oat, and I thought that the oat had silver hardware. Now that I look back, I guess it does have gold hardware. It just didn't look like it in the pictures, and I failed to read the description, so it left me believing that it had silver hardware. But nonetheless, I'm happy with my choice. I think this is a beautiful color. I think it'll be perfect in the summer, even though, I mean, it's January and I'm getting ready to wear it today to go to brunch and just take her out for a spin. But I do think it's beautiful. I'm someone who loves a structured bag, but that still has some, I don't know, malleability, I guess. So structured, but not too structured. When I think about like another bag that I love, the Pochette Matisse, it has structure, but it also stretches and moves. So I just like those kind of bags. I like the lines, like as far as first impressions, I love the lines of this bag, the silhouette. This signature bar, I think, gives it a really unique and different kind of flavor from other things that I see. Actually, I haven't seen too much of this bag in the streets, so that's a little bit of a bonus. It just kind of feels fresh and new. I want to pause for a moment and talk about these leather feet. I'm just not sure that I get it. That's where I kind of land. I just don't get it. Why is my question. Why have leather feet? And maybe there's a reason, and maybe in time it'll make sense. But I mean, if you were designing this bag and said, you know, it probably should have some feet, then I'm not really sure why you didn't take this type of, and as a matter of fact, you could have made a bar, a metal bar as the feet. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that is the best design. I also just don't know enough about it. Maybe there's something to it, but it's something that gave me pause when I opened the bag. I was just like, why? What are these leather feet supposed to be doing? Because feet are supposed to protect the bottom of your bag, and these leather feet are not. I mean, it's not preventing the bottom of the bag from touching surfaces. If they would have come up with some kind of cool hardware design for the feet, that might have made a little more sense to me. Just because the bag is already kind of cool and funky and edgy, and then you have these leather feet. I don't know. I'm not loving it yet, but I don't hate it. It's not a deal breaker. As you can see, this has a metal closure flap, and it just kind of snaps back in place. I cannot tell you how much that brings joy to me. It just makes a bag easy. I brought up the Pochette Matisse. You have to fiddle with that bag. You have to make sure you get it in the right spot and it clicks and yada, yada, yada. Of course, I still love that bag, but it's just nice when ease of use. So I'm loving that feature. The only thing I will say is I noticed that when I lifted this up, I don't know what I thought. I didn't do a whole lot of research on this particular bag. I put more time looking into the Pollen, which I did not end up getting. And then I just kind of pulled the trigger on this without doing too much research. I guess I assumed the flap. I don't know. I think I thought this folded back more. And it does fold back, but it just seems like over time as you open this, I can see something weird happening here. but maybe it'll just look better with time. I don't know, more to come, we'll see, I guess. But I guess I just didn't know what I expected, but I expected something. So I was just surprised to see that it was kind of like it had to be bent back against that and that what is it, that handle. But it's fine. So I'm yet to take the stuffing out because I hadn't used it yet. Like I said, I'm going to use it today. It does have this crossbody, if I can get it out. Okay. It does have a crossbody strap. It looks like it's adjustable. I don't really plan to use this, to be honest. When it comes to white bags, I really don't want them rubbing up against my clothing because I don't want to deal with color transfer. So I plan on using this as a top handle bag, which is exactly how I'm going to use it today. There's something, this is just a personal, oh my goodness, this is just a personal preference. I don't like these clips. Like visually, I just don't like them. Yeah, they're not my thing. I kind of prefer whatever Louis Vuitton gives us, what Coach gives us. This kind of just looks cheap to me, but that just may be a me thing. But I'm just picking out, you know, little things that first impressions. I didn't love those clasps. I can tell that this is probably going to be a little bit of a hassle to adjust because these things always are. But again, I don't really care because I'm not planning to use the crossbody strap. Had I gotten a darker color, I probably would, but with this color, I'm probably just going to always kind of carry it handheld, and I likely won't wear it with anything too dark, denim, things like that. I'm going to try to keep it with grays and other neutral tan colors, just to kind of prevent any color transfer and preserve the beauty of this little cutie. Okay, and I don't know what fits. That's what I'm here to kind of see myself. This is the inside. There is looks like a slip pocket back there. Yeah, and it's got a good amount of give. And then a nice little cubby in there. And this is how I like my bags, guys. I am a small mini nano bag girly. So I'm going to see what I can get in there. Now, this is what I'd like to get in there. This is what I'd like to carry today. And I'm filming with my phone, but I do have an extra old phone. Actually, I don't know what this is. Let me see what this phone is. Okay, this is an old XS Max. And it was the phone I had a while ago. And I always keep an extra phone as a backup in case I lose a phone or break a phone. I've got one to move into. So this would probably fit, but listen, I'm not a phone in my bag kind of person. So just to show you, but this is not something I'd carry in my bag. It's not something I look for when I'm thinking about buying a bag is, oh, will my phone fit? I don't care because I'm a phone holder, and then sometimes I'll just put my phone in my pocket. All right, so this is what I'd like to get in there: a card case, a hand sanitizer, a key clay, a pouch for cash, and I've been carrying this thing. I love this thing. A lotion. This is it's a little mirror and some lip balm and some perfume. And this is a must-have. I'm actually getting ready to buy several more of these for all the women in my family. We have really bad nails, me, my mom, maybe my sister, but we have bad nail beds. My mom's are the worst, but mine get really bad too. I really try to stay on top of them, but they're often peeling and bleeding. And so I'm the Band-Aid queen. People know if you need a Band-Aid, she's got one. Anyway, I usually I could just put them in here, but I wanted to be a little cutesy, a little bougie. So I got a little holder, and I actually want to carry it. Okay, so I got everything in there neatly except my little mirror, which I could just pop on top there, but I'm just not sure that I want to. I don't know that I want anything knocking about at the top there, so I might just leave that little guy out for today, but everything else is neatly in there, and I feel like I could get it in and out without doing too much Tetris and get it back in easily. Maybe not so easily. Probably with one hand is the issue, but if I had both my hands, it'd probably be good to go. So I don't know, maybe I should forego this little guy and just pop my cash into that back pocket and that might make things a little easier on me. So, all right, so I did that. Cash is back there, and that does give me a little more wiggle room, a little more real estate to move my hand about in here and just pull things out. Actually, I could put my cash in here, but I was planning to put my key in there. So I don't know. You got to figure out what you want to do. But everything did fit, but it is a tight fit. You're not going to be able to pack everything in the kitchen sink. It is a small bag. They do have a normal size or a regular size, which I'm sure, you know, if people need to carry more, they might want to size up. Again, I like my tight little small bags. Oh, and it feels nice and sturdy. It's a little bit of a weight, a little bit, but not too bad, not too heavy, but it isn't light. And anyway, since I removed the pouch, I went ahead and put my little mirror compact in there. And that works. And this is probably exactly what I'm going to take today. And I know that I am a Gen, I'm a Gen X. So I'm a little old school. I always have cash on me, guys. I know that you might be thinking, why do you have to have cash? Just have card. I always have cash. And I would recommend that anybody always have cash on them. You never know what might be happening. It's just a good best practice, and I've done it all my life. My grandmother called it mad money, and when I was younger, in my early 20s, maybe even teenager, she would be like, always have your mad money on you, always have your mad money. And I didn't I didn't really know what it meant at the time. I think I asked her one day, and she was like, you know, in case you get mad and you've got to go. Of course, her mindset was, if I'm out with a guy and I need to, I don't know, dash, I need to have some money on me because I'm mad. I don't know, but it always stuck. So I always have cash on me, not because I might get mad, but just because I never know what might happen. Things might not work, things might shut down. You might find yourself in a position where only cash can be used. So you just want to have it on you. So that's a little tip from a Gen Xer. And there you have it. Overall, I'm excited to use her today. I'm excited to use her. I think I'll get more use out of her in the summer when I have, you know, sundresses and lighter colors. But yeah, and you know what, guys, as I hold her, I am like, wow, she's a little heavy. I'm sitting down, I'm holding her with one arm, and I'm just holding her up. So we'll see how she goes as I carry her today. But even just the weight now makes me think maybe I need to take something out. And I don't have smaller hand sanitizers, but oh yeah, that does make it a little better. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.